Hey, 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 what's up?
Oh, I was just. This is one of those shows that I can get some good sleep to, right?
What is going on? There's feedback.
What feedback?
That's all right, I fixed it. How you doing?
All right, how are you?
Yeah, good. What did you say?
I said this is one of those shows that I could take a good nap. Makes me really sleepy.
Like your previous one.
Which one?
The one before was like, siesta time.
Do you have people in the room now?
Yeah,
Yeah.
everyone's saying if you click on the little box, you can read the chat. Everyone's saying hi. Hi,
No, it
Tom.
wants me to sign into chat with everybody in the studio.
Yeah, you can just click it and you can chat to people.
Is it talk to text or do I have to type?
No, you just talk. Like, shut up. Do you have to type? They'll be waiting. So what's going on? The thumbnail was not about Tom, by
I
the
did say
way. We'll talk
hello. That's
about that
it.
later.
Oh, I'm done.
Hi, Possum.
Hello? Did I hang up?
Hello. No, I'm here. Are you there?
Oh shit.
He'll be back. The thumbnail's not about Tom. That'll come later. Sorry. He'll be back.
Can you hear me?
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, see, I tried to do some texting, but then it just kicked me out. Anyway,
There's like a little box, like a square box. You just click on that and you can see the live chat.
yeah, I did that, but I can't see the live chat.
Oh, okay.
It's okay.
So everyone's asking how you are doing.
I'm surviving. I'm hanging in there, and I'm just, I'm still mentally fried. I am, but it's getting better. But yeah, it's just crazy. You never know. You just
That's
never,
right.
you just never know anymore. And life is too short to be a Meghan Markle. You know, life, life is too short. You want you. I mean, that should be like on a billboard in the side of buses in every city in the world. Don't be a Meghan Markle.
Hey, that's a good T-shirt. Life's
I
too
know.
short to be Meghan Markle.
Yeah, I should get somebody to help me with my spring store and put that up there. With original Markle merchandise.
Someone said, where is it gone? Oh, they're getting ready for Chick Magnet.
Yeah, I heard I think he's landing tonight. So I'll go pick him up at the airport. Get get him nice and primed and tuned for a show.
Brush his hair, make him nice.
Who?
Chick Magnet, brush his hair.
Brush his hair?
Yeah,
He doesn't own a brush.
yeah, we've noticed.
Yeah. Hey, someday that thing's going to be worth its weight in gold.
Something's got to be worth its weight in gold.
Oh, how you doing?
Yeah, I'm all right. I'm good. Good, good, good.
I haven't talked to you forever. I think
6 seconds ago.
this is the first time I've been on.
Huh?
This is the first time I've ever come on your show.
I know. Do you feel special?
Well, a certain kind of special, I guess.
Stop licking the windows.
Yeah. I don't know. You know, it's it's mind-boggling, this whole thing. How somebody could be that type of a person. It is so foul and disgusting that you're just pretending to the entire world that you're good, that you're like that good. You're so above everybody else that you have to pay your PR overtime, and they all quit anyway. Eventually, the whole team quits. I mean, that's happened, what, 6 times now? They just
She's
get
had
sick.
more quit today.
Yeah, because, I can only imagine all sponsors, all shows, everything's going to be dropping like flies because now everybody knows who she is. If they didn't know before, now they know. But I've been singing this song for 7 years, and I'm right.
And that's the thing, Tom. A lot of people try to look a certain way and pretend they're a certain way because they blow smoke up people's asses all the time. The truth always comes out. The truth always gets revealed.
Yeah, that's right. And
someone said at the end of the day, if Meghan was any good, she would pay for her dad's hospital and make sure he wouldn't have any worries. That was Antoinette. Yeah, well, a good person would, but not her.
How many times on my shows, how many times have I said, you would think if you're going to go boasting around the entire planet, talking about how you're such a humanitarian, you've got a charity for this, you've got a charity for that, and not one nickel to your sister in a wheelchair, not one nickel after dad's stroke. Hey, you think Tom maybe could use a few bucks to make his life easier taking care of his dad, since I'm the only one doing it? It's foul and it's disgusting. And it should go worldwide viral. And every sponsor should just, in my opinion, only in my opinion, of course, every sponsor should just back the fuck out, because if they know what's good for them. I mean, to be associated with that person and the way that she really is, and now everybody knows it, I wouldn't touch that with a 10-foot pole, even on a yacht, even if I was desperate.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
She's pretty disgusting. It just goes to show that some people that have money are as kind as anything, and some people just like to sell their soul to the devil, and we know which one she gave her soul to. I mean, it's her dad. Like, for God's sake, people are going to see her behavior, the way she treats him, her evilness, her soullessness. They're going to see that. They can't. Anyone that associates with people like that, they get their karma. You know that, Tom. I've told you many times. It might not come today, tomorrow, and unfortunately, when you invest in karma, sometimes it skips you and it goes to your children. So you've got to be a kind person in life. You know what I mean? Stop being an arsehole. And she'll never stop being an arsehole.
Yeah, I mean, at what point do you just not realize when you can't sell a bottle of wine, you sell some crappy ass jam from the farmer's market, and you try and sell flour sprinkles for $47, And, at what point do you realize, doing something wrong, but I'll just keep doing as ever.
Never.
Yeah, you just can't fix stupid. You can't fix it. You can't fix evil, and you can't fix stupid. Well, and especially can't fix both of them.
Gaffer tape could fix them.
You look in the mirror and go, gosh, none of this is working. I guess I should just stop copying Diana and just pull my head out of my ass and get real, Weird.
She's a psychopath.
Yeah.
I get it. I get a little tired about people when I see some comments here, there, and everywhere when they go, "Your dad raised an evil person." I'm tipping it all came from her mother.
Well, look at the movie The Exorcist, right? They didn't know she was possessed. Nobody. It's just look at Damien Omen. Nobody knew the little kid had the devil in him. It just happened.
Yeah, that's right. You can raise all your kids the same, and you see it all the time. They go to a good school, they got a good home, and one ends up a murderer or a rapist or something. It doesn't mean the parents were evil. It's just
I know. See, now Netflix. Here's another great idea for you. I'm so tired of giving Netflix good ideas that they just never run on. But they should probably run on like The Exorcist 2025. Bam. She already works for them. Be easy. There she is. You don't even have to put makeup on her. She's so damn ugly. You know, she already looks possessed and evil.
She's not that ugly. Don't be mean. Her soul is ugly.
Oh. Well, I don't know. I just picture her like, you know, going to an auto body paint shop in the morning every time she leaves the house. But we've all seen her with no makeup on, and she's got freckles and blemishes everywhere. She does. I mean, and she looks way older than 44. Way older than 44. There's 50, 60-year-old women who look 10 times better than she does. That's because she's being eaten away from the inside out. And all the Bondo and spray paint in the world is not going to make her look good, no matter what.
Yeah. Michelle, you're not hidden.
Huh?
I don't know what's going on there. I was just
What?
replying to someone.
Oh,
Someone said they were blocked, but they're not.
yeah. Well, it's no mystery that, you know, the last remaining 4 members of the Sussex squad or whatever are working overtime. You know, what?
I said, I just laughed. The last 4 members.
The last 4 members of the Sussex squad are working overtime on their computers today, trying to, you know, wreak havoc for anybody who says anything bad about the, you know, the princess shit stain on a shit show.
But we sure know what she's capable of and what she does. We've certainly been down that road before.
Oh, I could get all nasty and vulgar on your show without a penalty, right?
Yeah, you can. Go for it. Be as nasty as you want. Free for all. Free.
That video was taken down, what, 5 minutes after it was up? 5 or 10 minutes after it was up, and then I got this notice that said, now, Mr. Markle.
Well, you can say what you want here.
Yeah. You know, honestly, she really isn't worth my time anymore, my breath, my mental space. She's made her bed. She's got to sleep in it now, and it's only going to get worse. I already know that. It can't get any better. I'm going to reiterate again, not 1 nickel, not 1 dime, not 1 phone call, not 1 text, not 1 cent to help pay for dad's bills, because not covered here. He's covered in the States, not here. So this has all been out of pocket, all cash, and it's extremely stressful. But it just doesn't get any lower than that, which is weird.
Well, she showed her hand because she said she doesn't want. She put out a puff piece saying that she doesn't want anything else to do with your dad.
Yeah.
It's all just bullshit.
2 weeks telling the world, oh, my aunt, I don't have the phone number. You mean to tell me, right, that Carl Larson, right, Doria, Carl knows Megan's lawyers. Doria has my dad's number. Carl has my dad's phone number. Carl, you know, has his head up her butthole 7 days a week, waiting in the bushes for a picture. You know? He's definitely on the payroll. And there's no way in the world that she didn't have his phone number. No way in the world. So I don't buy that. So.
You can't tell me that she can't remember the number that she's been calling for 20 years. Dad, can I have petrol money? Dad, can I have money for this and money for that? And she's been calling that number and she doesn't remember it? Bullshit. Don't you just fucking love a liar?
Oh, Daddy, I'm in so much trouble for hazing at college. They're going to kick me out, send some money.
Fucking liars. That's what I'm going to get into when you're off. The old YouTube liars.
Yeah. I mean, I saw the receipts that he paid for college. I saw them with my own eyes. It's just everything. Every single thing is a lie. And now everything's coming to the surface again, isn't it? The moon bump.
Yep.
Man, the moon bump. Harry whacking it in a petri dish. That's where the kids, you know? No wonder they came out, you know, I don't know. I mean, genetically altered. I mean, you could, the Dolly the sheep happened in 1980. They cloned a sheep in 1980. Think what they could do now. You can modify anything in a petri dish and put it in a surrogate and have a baby.
They should have picked a person that was a little darker skinned to make it a tiny bit convincing.
At least one curly hair.
Yeah, at least a tiny bit of dark skin and a tiny bit of curls in the hair.
No,
Do you know what makes me laugh is with all these people that go, oh, that's not Tom Senior's not her dad, blah, blah, blah. You look at your arm, your dad's arm, and Megan's arm up close, and you can see practically the same freckles.
Yeah. Yeah, we all have freckles.
Explain that, tubers that like to make up bullshit.
You know, Samantha has freckles. I have a lot of freckles. Dad has freckles. Megan has.
But it's your arms. If you look at your arm, her arm, and your dad's arm, it's all like similar freckles, full of freckles.
Well, me and my dad and Samantha don't have a 666 on our arm either, or anywhere.
On your forehead.
Yeah, or right behind the ear. None of us have that.
I know what should go right behind her ear.
Yeah, we all know. When's 3i Atlas coming? Yeah.
The stories these YouTubers make up, it really makes you laugh.
Yeah, it does.
But,
how many times have I been asked what her age is? Geez, oh, she's not the right age. Oh, it's the wrong age. Oh, she's lying, or you're lying. Everybody's lying.
Yeah, you're a liar, Tom. She's really 60.
Well, she's 44 in dog years. I mean, I don't know. Who cares anyway? What I was saying earlier is just like it's becoming, it's a waste of breath. And all I'm going to really do on my show, I mean, I can dog her and make fun of her, and I should. One thing I am happy about, though, is I was the first one to put on a wig and mock her. And now a lot of people are doing it. I think it's wonderful. If they go back on my channel to my early videos, raunchy as you could get. Yeah.
Someone said here TRG is full of shit. Well, considering she said that Tom's mum didn't pass when he was at his lowest, and now saying things about her dad. Well, yeah, some people like to be full of shit, but we're going to get into that when Tom's not off. I don't want him to be involved in my rants.
You know, it's just amazing how all these people. I mean, and you know who they are. They're on the payroll. These are the suckers that I was telling you about earlier. These are the suckers. How would you like to be a handful in the same pot as all the suckers that are left, still buying into it, still getting paid, and still they're probably dropping like flies. But you'd have to be a complete idiot to support something like as disgusting as that. It's just weird. I mean, sooner than later, these people are going to wake up and look at themselves in the mirror and go, I'm disgusted with myself for even buying into this and taking that stolen charity money as pay to support a person like that. And it's going to happen.
Of course it will.
I've made this prediction years ago. Sooner than later, right? There will be like Hollywood bus tours up to the Hollywood Chicken Mansion right? Or to the Montecito Chicken Mansion. But it's going to be all overgrown with weeds and dust and dirt, and Hollywood bus tours will come by, and you can see Megan up there sitting up there looking at herself in the mirror, all haggard, admiring herself. Seriously, because it's going to be like Flowers in the Attic, Mommy Dearest, like, and Psycho, all in the same show.
Yeah.
That's how she end up. She's going to be her one and only best friend, and her other multiple personalities. Because that's all she has, is her multiple personalities, because she's her own best friend. I mean, who pays to put positive stories about themselves out on a daily basis? I've never seen anybody, even the A-listers, celebrities, top-notch celebrities ever in my life, put so much crap on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok in my life, promoting themselves. You can't go onto any one of those sites and not see 20 things about her. About like, oh, look what I wore today, and Kate's this and Kate's this, but I wore it first, and blah 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 blah, blah, you know, all day long. And it's just like, how fucked up in the head you have to be.
Well, when you have to self-promote, that tells you something, because no one else is freaking promoting you. Like these people, I got 1 million views in 2 weeks. He's a flying fuck.
Could you imagine being that?
Self-promotion.
You got to go out and you got to have your assistant look up every outfit Kate's ever worn and every outfit Diana's ever worn, and you send your little flying monkeys out there to buy everything that they've ever worn, just so you can wear them and take pictures and pretend to be them, and then pretend to be better than them. Weird. I mean, that right there is institutionalized. I mean, you should be institutionalized for something like that. That is mental.
Well, look, she couldn't make it with her ex-husband that was a producer. She couldn't get into a leading role with that. She ended up in the royal family, and she's still not popular after being in the royal family. What does that tell you about her?
I mean, when your husband's a producer, and he doesn't put you in one of his movies, maybe it's just you can't act.
Exactly.
Yeah.
If your own husband doesn't do that, you've got something wrong. She ends up in the royal family, and she's still, for the 3rd year running, she's still the most hated person in the world.
Yeah, and then the only way you make it on a show is to be the storeroom floozy, you know. Yeah,
it's funny.
Well, that's the girl that everybody porks in the storeroom. Anyway.
Well, it looks like the old corn video is going to surface. Remember that one we discussed?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Looks like it's going to rear its little head, Megan.
Well, I told a while back. I think it was almost a year ago. Somebody had an interview with the guy who knew the guy in Florida personally, right? Who was holding that tape, and then that guy down in Florida didn't know what to do with it. He called a friend of his up in Toronto, and I know something, and I know this person. They're on that show Suits, and and I've got like the raunchiest thing that you've ever seen, and you have to do me a favor and never ever. He sent a copy to that person in Toronto, and says, "Oh yeah, you have to get rid of that. Get rid of it. Delete it right away. You don't want it." And apparently, that person tried to sell it and started contacting lawyers, in which it didn't take very long in the lawyer world for the Swamp Donkeys lawyers to call this guy in Florida. And basically, it was just like, life-threatening. But it's still out there.
Yep, sure is.
It's still out there. And Andrew's going to sing.
Tucked away safely.
Yeah. Andrew's going to start singing.
Oh, yeah, he will. I hope so.
Surrogate ran out of money a long time ago. They're going to start singing. And they're probably so sick and tired of having their kids pawned around like pawns and little props on a movie set. You know, at least it should be a way better movie set than
Poor kids.
than a kitchen with fucking raspberry soup spread. You know. Did I tell you I got some of that stuff?
Yeah.
Sent me? It's awful. Foul.
Well, it looks like crap.
No, the raspberry spread. Just when you tilt the jar, where is it? What did I do with that? Where is it? It's close by. But when you tilt the jar, you can see it. It's just like it's just soup. It's like
Sloppy.
Yeah.
Not fruity.
And the apricot stuff, I mean, the brake cleaner smells better than that crap. But I don't know. When you fail at everything, it's karma. And you keep on trying things and you keep failing. That's because
More karma.
the universe has your number. And it's not looking good. When Hollywood dumps you, when Netflix dumps you, when your friends dump you, your friends don't take your calls, the friends that you thought that you had, but all just cannot stand to hear your voice. Oh boy. So
Listen to this comment. When all fails, Megan can go to Ibiza. Ibiza? I can't say that. And shoot ping pong balls out of her hoo-ha.
Oh! You know, really, Megan in a show in Thailand. That's where it was Vietnam or Thailand that originated. That woman was famous for shooting golf balls out of the Yahoo. You know, the problem is that Megan would probably have to use volleyballs because the yacht days.
All right, you're gonna have to do a funny one about that. You're gonna have to do something. You're gonna have to do a show about that. Just have one of those things that pops out balls from you under your skirt.
Well, Megan, could you get a little more distance on that? They should do something besides just roll out. Can you at least make them go out a couple feet?
Harriet.
Megan, if you got to shoot them out of your ass, then at least do that for the show.
Oh, God, I'm going to love to see you do that skin.
Oh.
Up your skirt with a nice GT stripe there. Hanging out.
Yeah. I'll be sure to go get a Playboy wax for that show. God.
Go to the same one that Larson went to.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, to get his face
Go
mask
to
on.
that parlor.
Oh, look at my new girlfriend. No, does your wife know they're jackass?
Caught him with his girlfriend. Sorry, wife.
Oh, it's, but I think we all have a really good front row seat now for the finale. Because, it's coming, but it's just going to be comical for the next 2 to 3 years to watch somebody spend their last Sizzler nickel on their
Sizzler nickel.
That doesn't work anymore. So we're all going to, be privy to a great show. It's going to be comical. I'm going to laugh my ass off the entire way because it could happen to a worse person.
I had someone ask me if they can do some skits with you.
Yeah.
I'll inbox you about it.
Oh. Well,
I know that you're busy talking to all these YouTubers.
Oh, me? Oh. I really wish I had the time to answer everybody's comment. I mean, I used to do a lot. I used to answer a lot of comments and talk to people, but I've just, I've just been so fried and so busy lately.
All right, well, I'll let you get to bed and I'll get on with my roasting. Because, you know, I like a bit of barbecue.
Barbecue? What do you mean?
Chicken wing here or there.
I don't get it. What are you talking about? Did I miss something?
You always miss something. That's why you're going bald at the top. It just goes whoo and pulls out your hair. Or did you lose it on the headboard?
Oh, barbecue chicken wing.
Yeah, duh.
I know.
You make me laugh. What'd you do the other day when you called me? I nearly choked. Hi, nugget. Hi, chicken nugget.
Yeah. Well, tell everybody, nice to hear from you. Nice talking to you. And
go over and subscribe to Tom if you haven't.
Yeah, go watch all my videos like 10 times tonight in a row so I can get more views, likes, and subscribes and stuff. It's all going to a good cause. Did you
sure
like
is.
You like my name that I posted?
What did you put up?
You don't see it?
No.
Oh, it says Thomas Markles to Barkles.
You're a freaking funny bugger.
All
All right. Off to bed,
Bye.
mate. Thanks for
Bye.
coming up. Talk to you soon.
Yeah.
Bye. So, how is everybody?
I'm fine. How
are you still there?
I don't know how to turn it off.
I don't know. You just press end, don't you?
Yeah, you would think I'd be that intelligent. Where is it? Wow.
I don't know how to get you off. I mean, that sounds terrible.
You don't know how to get me off?
Go away, Tom. Don't start more shit. We already had some. Oh, goodbye. See ya. Oh, dear. He's a funny bugger, that one. Ava, you're not on my barbecue. How's games? Do you know what? That's funny. My daughter, I have to say this before we start on some juicy gossip. My daughter, the other day, I was talking about something and she goes, "What's that girl's name?" And I said, "Michelle." And she goes, "Does she have a channel called Hell's Games?" And I'm like, I think so. She goes, because my daughter's a gamer. She goes, "Did she talk about Meghan Markle?" And I said, "Yeah." She was watching Michelle. Michelle, be kind, my daughter's young. Want me to teach you a few tricks? Yes, please, Michelle. I'm intelligent in some ways, not in this way. So, anyhow, Tom thought he'd come on and say hi, which is pretty good. I've got some things. The Daily Debacles Fifi Snatch account is blocked. Can you please look at that when you have time? I don't know how to do that. I'd have to. I don't know. I'm going to have to research it and then I will unblock it. Yeah, Michelle, no shit. She has been watching you play games because she's a gamer. So's my husband when he's got time. And she couldn't believe it. She goes, "Yeah, I used to hear her talk about Meghan Markle and the Markles and whatever while she's playing the games, some Red Redemption or some rubbish. I don't know the games. I'm normally the one that buys them." Now, I have a few little things I want to talk about. I think it was yesterday or the day before, I can't remember. Whenever I was on, a lot's been going on. We're talking about Miles, the man that went to jail. And some kind of scheming and things that are going on that went on with this Miles that are very, very, very similar to the Mexican community. It's very, very interesting. Miles has a few names, Miles, Mason, and another one. I'll just grab my little information here. Can you hear me okay? Because I don't. Hi, Jane. I don't have, thank you, Anita. I don't have my headphone on. Anyhow. Anywho. So let's just go back to the start. You know, this bullshit about this four-way conversation, right? It was the most ridiculous thing that's happened, the most irrelevant thing that's happened, but how it occurred is the interesting part, right? It's not about the actual phone call because there was nothing said, blah, blah, blah. We know that Becky told Debs had no right to go and tell Trevor. And essentially, Debs threw Becky under the bus. And Becky's got a lot of abuse from it. So the abuse that Becky's got basically is because of Debs. Now, Debs is kind of a very interesting person. Now, Debs and I have had just little conversations here and there and blah, blah, blah. Nothing major, nothing this, nothing that. Nothing bad. And then one day, Trevor had called me about something, and Bron and I were getting, I don't know if Bron, if you want to come up or not. That's up to you. I'll pop the link in. I forgot where I was just then. Oh, we were getting some information. Bron and I and other people were getting some information about something. And I'm just going to put it out there. Kaylee Rayner is insignificant. But we'll get to that. I've said it from day one. People don't agree with me. That's fine. But I have a lot of proof that has Debs caused a lot of the infighting. Well, let's explain things, shall we? So Trevor called me about something. Anyway, while we were obtaining this information, Trevor had called me and I had told him quite a few things, and he was like, it was on video call, so you could see clearly that he was gobsmacked. He was like, what? Nobody tells me this. Nobody tells me this. And my alarm bells rang because I thought, really? Hang on a minute. Bronwyn, how can you help do this to your dear friend Debs? Really? Okay. Do you want to reply to that, Bronwyn? I've sent you the link, Bron. If you want to, reply to that. Let's go. I don't know what happened there. Can you hear me? I've sent you the link, Bron. Like on WhatsApp. Let's just hear what Bron has to say first.
I'm more than willing to answer, Cindy. Why am I doing this to my dear friend Debs? My dear friend Debs, that first of all went to Trevor Cool and said to him that I cannot be trusted. She did this 2 months ago. And in the 2 months since then, she's been lying to me. So I've been desperately trying to maintain a friendship, knowing for a fact that she lied, holding on to that friendship with all my might. And every day she used to lie to me and tell me that she loves me, she adores me, I'm her dearest friend, you know, and I'm being paranoid, and there's nothing wrong, Bron. When I challenged her and said to her, but Debs, I know for a fact that you lied to me, then she had to come clean. And I forgave her, because that's what friends do. Even though it hurt deeply that the reason Trevor called me a cunt was because my dearest friend went to him and told him I cannot be trusted because she didn't like MMD. She didn't like MMD, so she threw me to the wolves.
And I'm getting to the reason why she doesn't like me. Go on.
Then to add insult to
Sorry.
add insult to injury, which has absolutely cut me to absolute pieces. I'm going to be doing a video later, and there's not a plug for that. But what to cut me to absolute pieces, Cindy, was when you guys were holding my hand or pretending to hold my hand, when I told you that night that I did not want to live anymore, that I didn't want to live anymore. I wanted to take my life, okay? My dearest friend Debs was sending information to Candor to carry on abusing me, to take pressure off her. Now, does my dearest friend Debs deserve my friendship when she does that? When she knows how broken I was, that she was feeding the monster? Really? Is that my dearest friend Debs? Cindy, do I deserve her as a friend? Or no, let me reframe it. Does she deserve my friendship? Really? I'm willing to hear your answer now. Come up, Cindy. Come up here.
I was getting.
And while I've got it, while I've got here, Cindy, your little moment, yesterday when on the comments that you deleted so conveniently, your little moment of weakness, where on a live stream under Denise, you went to Trevor to suck up to him, to score brownie points with a content creator. You said to him, very privately, something that was very private, you said, do you know what, Trevor, she's dropped me as a friend. You know that. On a live stream, you said that. But the cowardly of you is that you actually blocked me on WhatsApp. So and you also had the audacity to say to him, you know what, Trevor, she's also lurking here. She's lurking here. But it happens to be 4 a.m. in the morning. And the cowardly of you, Cindy, is that when I wake up and I actually go to actually speak to my friend to say, what the fuck? No, you've blocked me on WhatsApp. Fucking coward.
I was getting a debt. I'm getting to the reason why she doesn't like me. So after this conversation, before this four-way conversation, after the conversation I had with Trevor that time, I realized that Trevor had been given a lot of shit. Like, his information was all orchestrated, and it all came from Debs. Debs has been telling Trevor all along that Bron and I are not to be trusted. When Bron and I were doing a lot behind the scenes, etc., etc. This is the God's honest truth. People can believe it or people cannot believe it. This woman has been involved in lots of stuff, which I'm going to disclose. I don't know if it's all going to be tonight or maybe tomorrow night. That's what the thumbnail's about. Now, I want people just to look at this pattern here. Slime. Debs has been feeding slime with fake emails. After I and many others, and I'll get to that, including Flippity Flop, including Candor, including the Duchess of Sussex, including a few more. So after this conversation with Trevor, my alarm bells went off in my head. I went, yeah, he's not getting the truth. I questioned Debs. I said, and in the conversation, I said, does Trevor know about this, and this? And she got pissed with me. Now, there was one word, and most people know what I do for a job. There's one word that was, do you know emails can be decoded, which they can be decoded. If you have the software, if you know how to do it, they can be decoded, therefore can reveal your IPP address, therefore can reveal where that email was sent from. This got her scared. So she replied to me that I was threatening her. No, I wasn't. I was questioning her loyalty to Trevor and if she was giving the right information to him, all the information and the right information to him. And then she kept saying, I scared her. Of course I scared her because I was onto it. After the so-called four-way conversation, it got back to him. I don't really give a fuck who told him. We know who told him. And Debs was the one that put Becky in the hot seat to get abused because she ran to Trevor. She had to have, and I have another text thread here. She had to, in the text thread, it says that she wanted Trevor to come after me so he could take the wind out of my wings. Like, good luck with that. Anyway, she needed a reason for me not to speak to Trevor ever again. Now, this Kaylee Rayner stuff, you can butt in at any time, Bron, if I'm missing anything out here. Trevor then obviously goes on and goes, "Oh, Jules told me about the 4-way conversation." If when Candor asked me, what did you say to Trevor, MMD? I would have said, yeah, I called him. I talked about it. I said, we're on a 4-way conversation. Big deal. What was Candor going to do? Smack me on the bum? I would have told him. I tell people if they ask me something, I tell them as it is. That is a big fat excuse to get me away from ever speaking to Trevor. I will never speak to that man ever again, because he's lied. And I'm going to reveal some stuff that are going to make people actually listen for a change. Anyhow, Debs has been feeding Slime a lot of stuff with fake emails to go after Michelle, to go after Gertie Rude. Pop in at any time if you want, Bron, because, I've got a lot to say. To go after Flop, to go after Denise. What's that? What do you think that is?
So what I wouldn't mind
Go on.
saying, so after this 4-way conversation, okay, what people don't know is after this 4-way conversation, I was already in a bit of a world of pain from an emotional perspective. I had endured 6 weeks of abuse from Candor, and I was actually really
Debs was feeding him that.
Yeah, I was really battling at that stage, not only on YouTube, but I was actually having quite a lot of trouble at my work, because the Atlanta of Arcadia group had, from the beginning of the year, sent multiple, we had over 240 times they had attempted to get me fired from work, and I was actually having quite a great deal of trouble at work. So my life was a little bit stressful, and my mental health was declining at a rapid pace. And then all of a sudden, things changed, and I'm talking like in a day, and I couldn't figure out what was wrong. And then I'd seen a whole lot of chatter in chats like today about Trevor's live. And I went to Debs and I said, did Trevor have a live today? Oh, yes, but it was nothing much. Oh, okay, not a problem. And then the next day I carried on seeing chatter, and I was sitting at work and I was working on a legal document. And often when I'm on a legal document, I put on one of the live streams from the day before, just so that I can hear, I can listen to things while I work through stuff. And lo and behold, Trevor's members only live came up. And, I had no reason not to. I switched it on. And in there, Trevor not only had named me, he called me a cunt 3 times, and he clapped like a fucking seal, saying how I demanded this adulation for all the work I've done. Now, I've never, ever asked for any thanks whatsoever. Never, ever have I done that. I've asked for respect. I've asked for being included. Things that I think anyone in a group environment would want. To tell me that I can't describe to you what this did to me, because I felt so humiliated and so embarrassed that this had happened a day before. I didn't know about it. That I actually fell apart in the middle of my office at work, and actually ended up leaving work and having to go and see a doctor because I was that broken. And that night I fell apart. That night I spoke to Cindy, and that night I told Cindy that I just wanted to be with my husband. I was done. I was finished. And the preceding next few days, and I will admit, I will put my hand on the heart, and in that moment, I said to Cindy that I'm tired of these games that are being played, and that I want to tell the story, which I plan to do in my next video. I want to tell the story about what the games are being played by Trevor and Fiona, and I'm going to expose them. And lo and behold, I was told the next few days that I must be very gracious and I must remain quiet to protect my dearest friend, Debs. And I did for 2 whole months. You will notice I was never on any lives. I was never in any commentary. I remained quiet to protect my friend, Debs. Until I went on MMD's live last week. I decided, you know what, this sounds like a damn good idea. I'm going to jump on her live. And we spoke about bloody menopause, of all things. So innocuous. I came off that live, and it was as if I had started World War III. I was ripped to shreds. How dare I not stand up and defend Debs when Candor was in the chat on MMD's live? How dare I? And within 24 hours, I was just pushed out of whatever little group I'm in, which I'm not in a group because it was just me and Debs, and told what a terrible friend I am because I refused to go up and write an X post defending her. And how dare I write on a post to Michelle that I'm starting to have a little bit of respect for you, Michelle, because you're one of the content creators that I'm noticing maybe is just being transparent with the games that you're playing. How dare I say that? So I am no longer part of anything. I've been kicked out. I am gum at the bottom of everyone's shoes, including my dearest friend Debs. So Cindy, again, I'm not the one that blocked you. I'm not the one. You blocked me. So did Debs. You both didn't have the courage to come to me and explain to me what a piece of shit I am. You just blocked me and walked away. And you come here, Cindy, and you have the audacity to say, how can I do this to Debs? I'm asking you, how the fuck can you do it to me? I am important. I am important enough to actually explain why you're throwing me away. After everything I've done for the two of you. Cindy, I stood up and defended you to Candle. Not once, multiple times. When you lied to him that you gave, when you gave me Amy's details, I lied for you. When you gave me Slime's contact, when you told me you gave Slime's contact details, I lied for you. I protected you not once, again and again and again. For 2 years, I've defended Trevor and Fiona. Not once have I ever demanded anything from them but friendship from Fiona. What does she do? She goes on a coordinated hate live on Denise's and says the most horrendous things. The most horrendous things. For nothing. I've done nothing in 2 months. You will see in my video that I'll show you what the kindness that I've done. And I'm a piece of gum at the bottom of my shoe. So don't come to me, Cindy, and say, how dare I do this to my friend Debs. I would like apologies from both of you. Sorry, I'm very angry.
I'll tell you why they like people that they can manipulate. People that are smart cannot bring awareness to anything. They need people that can manipulate. Let's look at poor Carla for a minute. And this is my opinion. Whatever you think, everyone. Carla was a pawn. Trevor told me that he was doing it to piss Candor off. And I went, everybody can see what you're doing, Trevor. Do you think Carla's a nice, kind person? This is the way I see her. She's not going to play games. When they realise that she's not going to be playing games, we'll see you later, Carla. Bye, Carla. We'll find someone else that can be manipulative. Anyway, let's get back to Slime. Why do you think Slime was going this way, that way, ditched Michelle, did this, did that, the other? He was getting emails from Debs feeding him stuff to go after Gertie Rude. That's where all the stuff was coming from. And then all of a sudden, everyone's confused. And the reason why they had to do that was because Slime was asking questions. Slime was getting close to a few things. So Cindy, not Cindy, what's her name? Debs had to get him away. Then all of a sudden, everyone's going, well, why is Trevor talking to him? And why is Debs in the chat? Why would Debs be in the chat when I've got actual email messages here? Slime's got to go. We've got to take him down. You've got to take him down. He's got to be taken down. Yeah? Flop's got to be taken down. Michelle's got to be taken down. RMV's got to be taken down. You know what? All I did with RMV was because of me, not because anyone else asked anything. Because of me, because she lied about me. You're going to lie about me? I'm going to show you how you played your game dirty. Dirty. So they manipulated Slime that much. He's no longer there. And then he gets fake emails from fake Kaylee Rayner with threats. How many other fake Kaylee Rayner threats are out there? I mean, someone got 200 and something fake Kaylee Rayner threats to their job. I wonder who that was. I wonder who that person is. Flop, same thing. Every time she brought something to the table, and I'm not talking about the stupid stuff with her and Trevor and Fiona and all that stuff, you'd see she changed course. Then they all started arguing. Who was feeding Flop? Who was feeding Flop with the fake emails? Who was feeding Candor with the fake emails to go after Bron? Who was feeding that? Debs, Truth Seeker. Does that ring a bell to anybody? Does that ring a bell? Now, Trevor's being fed a lot of shit, especially with the Kaylee Rayner stuff, because Kaylee Rayner was so at the bottom of the nothingness, and the real proof of everything, when Trevor do it. Yep, got him. Yep. There was no fucking arrest. Cost. Now come 3 of them are gonna have a little to lie.
I think your network's going funny. I don't know if it's just me.
No, to the cops. Bron?
Yeah, can you just talk again? Your network. I don't know if it's just me. Your network's sounding funny.
Oh. Sorry, I forgot. Kaylee Rayner?
Yeah, that's where you at.
God, I was not.
You're still sounding a little bit as if you're dropping in and out.
So insignificant. Now,
MMD, your audio's gone funny.
phone's on or anything.
Yeah, it's dropping a bit.
No, I don't know why.
I'd just try speak again. Let's see.
Hello?
Yeah, okay, that's better. That's better. Carry on going.
Is it better?
Yeah, that's better.
Sorry about that, guys. Like I was saying, when he went to the police, now you've got to remember that all the information given to Trevor only got given to him from Debs, which was all the wrong information. Why would she do that to Trevor? If she's supposed to be, is it still dropping in and out?
No, it's fine now. It's fine for me.
Is it all right in the chat? Juanita said it's dropping in and out.
I don't know if it's maybe catching up. Guys, can you
guys
hear
hear
me?
me? Sorry.
No, it's okay. It's fine now, Alison says.
Okay. So why would she feed the wrong information and not all the information, which the rest of the actual information that could have led to an arrest and a conviction is being held back by a few of us? Why would she feed him all the wrong information for there not to be an actual arrest? Why would she do that? Is the question. Why would she do that? When I told Trevor he had a snake, not a snake, when I said he's got someone, a bad egg in his camp, he didn't believe me. Well, now I'm going to have to showcase the bad egg, and he's going to have to sit back, look at things and reassess things. She's the only one that filters the information to Trevor. She gets up in the morning, she listens to all the lives, she records them all. And this is a fact. She records them all. She goes through all the comments. She screenshots everything, and everything she filters out that she needs to feed to Trevor, which is pretty wrong because She leads him into things that he probably shouldn't be led into. Is that a real friend? Is that someone looking out for him? I don't think so. No, the reason the reason I'm saying this is, why would she be doing that to him? Look at all the content creators that have fallen out with him. Look at who's driving that bus. Look at this latest thing about saying I told him about the four-way conversation when she knows goddamn well it wasn't me, because it's fucking irrelevant. It was her gateway so that I would never speak to Trevor again. And that's fine. I don't have to speak to him. But you know what? I'll speak here and everywhere else I want to speak until this person is shown for who she is and for what she's actually doing to Trevor. Now, she's got a history, the fraud history, which is very interesting. I have a recording here from Miles or Mason, or I think it was Dominic, the other name, that I'm going to play. Probably not tonight because it's gone on too long anyway. Probably tomorrow night. And you will see the pattern here. Who is the mole in the community? Who's the mole? Do tell. Why would she purposely go out of her way to feed slime with a fake email address information to take Gertie Rude down? To have arguments and steer Flop in a different direction? Why would she do that with Michelle? Michelle's got to be taken down. Kendall's got to be taken down. Slime's got to be taken down. Flop's got to be taken down. Gertie Rude's got to be taken down. RMV's got to be taken down. Take them all down. Why? Why? That is the question. Do you have an answer, Bron?
Because it's all part of the con.
Exactly. And if you think about it a little deeper, Michelle, I'm sure your brain's ticking. If you think about it a little deeper, got to,
Your audio is going bad again.
yeah? Do you hear me?
Yes, yeah, that's right now.
I was just going to say, just think about it. You got to keep your friends close, don't you? But you got to keep your enemies closer, yeah?
Yep.
From one little message to her that I actually questioned her loyalty to Trevor and if she's feeding him the truth, that was it. She wanted me fucking gone. She wanted to try never again. Well, you know what? You won, Debs, because I will never speak to him again because he lied about me. But he's going to find out who you are. Who you are. The person that goes around blowing smoke. Oh, I love you. I love you. I love you so much. Mwah, mwah, mwah. You're my bestie. My bestie. I'll stick in the knife back. It don't fucking wash with me. It don't wash with me.
I've never in my entire life been so betrayed by a friend than I've been by Debs. Never in my entire life. This has absolutely blindsided me. I have known that there's something wrong. That since that members only live, I've known there's
Sorry,
something
can
wrong.
I just say something?
Yeah.
Candy Cane's Whips and Chains, I love that name. Trevor is too stupid to orchestrate all this. That is 100% correct. And we're going to prove you right. Sorry, Bron.
I was just saying that since the members only live, I've known there's something different between Debs and I. I mean, this is somebody that I used to work with every single day, all day long. Now, I understand there's been a new group, there's a new, Denise is the new flavor of the month, and I'll admit it because she'll come out and tell me. Yes, I've been very jealous about her, about the adulation and the adoration that Denise has got, and I can't even get a very simple answer with what have I done wrong? Because that's all I'm asking for. What have I done wrong to deserve this behavior? And I can't get that out. The excuses I've got is, well, I don't know, Bron, maybe you got too close to Kaylee. Well, that doesn't make sense. I think I know what I've got too close. I've got too close to the con. I've got too close to figuring out the game that gets played, and that's why I had to be shut down and moved out. But I've never been so betrayed in my entire life by anyone in my entire life. This is somebody I spent every single day with a large portion of the day, really working hard and being bloody proud of the work that Debs and I did. We did some brilliant work. And then within a drop of a hat, things changed. But that's fine. She could have just turned around and said, Bron, things have changed here. We're going in a different direction. We're going Team Denise. You're not Team Denise because, Bron, we know you don't like her. Yep, I don't. So, Bron, terribly sorry. Adios. We're going to bow out now. I would have accepted that. But no. I've been kept on a bit of a string and puppets for the last 2 months. And a push and pull. I don't deserve that. Now, a lot of people here on the chat will say, well, Bron, you've been very easily manipulated, boo-hoo, so sad. Yeah, maybe I have. But what I am very angry about is that they've taken my kindness and thought that that was weakness. Think about that. You've taken somebody's kindness and
Yeah.
you've manipulated that. That's vile. That's vile.
Exactly. Lala Zappa says here she gives TC the narrative she wants. That's exactly right. And if you see the messes that he's been in, these are all orchestrated messes that he doesn't know much about. He just goes on with the narrative because he trusts this person. That's the problem. But what he doesn't realize, her teacher was Mason, Miles, the big fraudster. So when that is all released, and, I've even got the police officers' names that were involved, one thing I do very well is investigate.
Can we get rid of Garth? Can we get
Sorry?
rid of Garth, please? Can we get rid of Garth, please, in the chat?
Who?
Garth.
Is Juanita there? I can't see that person. Who's Goth?
Sorry, Garth. Gareth.
Oh, Garth.
Sorry,
Goth. It sounds like you say
G-A-R-G.
Goth.
Okay, let me hold my notes. Garth.
That's the one. Senator says, but Denise was calling Trevor pervert. I don't like saying that other word. Creep, bully, attacked his son, plagiarized his book. No one made her say those things. That's right. But now she's the next person that they will manipulate, unfortunately, for Denise. I don't mind her. But that's her. That's what she's got to figure out. Someone said he's from MobTube. Who? I don't know.
Michelle says he's from MobTube.
Who? Garth?
The Garth.
Oh, ignore him. So she was educated by Mr. Mason, Miles, whoever, what name he wants to go under.
Yeah, I know Debs is sitting here listening, and she'll be telling me how gutted
She is.
she'll be telling Cindy how gutted she is, and she'll never ever forgive me. I know that. Debs,
And how
you
much she loves her and all that
Yeah.
bullshit. And when you question Debs, she's always got a drama happening, so you got to feel sorry for her. Yeah, we know the drill.
Debs, I've only been kind to you. I know your dad's ill. I know that. I've every day said to you, every day when you come online, hey, Debs, how's dad? How are you doing? I've only been kind to you. You broke my fucking heart. I did nothing to deserve what you've done to me. Nothing. You broke my fucking heart. Because friends don't do that to friends. I would never have done that to you. And first of all, I would have had the fucking courage to speak to you on the phone. You haven't even had the courage in the last 2 months to actually take a phone call for me. You've run away, making excuse every single time. And you didn't even have the courage to say goodbye on the phone. Disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. And all because I said, I'm actually starting to respect Michelle a little bit. Wow, you've been in Michelle's chat. But hell, I'm not even allowed to talk to people anymore.
She even threw Becky under the bus to get abused. Instead of going, it was me that told Trevor. Why not put your hand up and go, it was me? Why can't you have the fucking guts to say that you ran to Trevor and told him that there was an insignificant fucking phone call. That was the only thing she could get on me to get rid of me, so Trevor would be pissed at me. Like I said, kudos to you, because I don't really give a fuck now. Now everything's going to come out, and it's going to come out whenever I fucking feel like it. But you know what? People will see. This whole Mexican community will see who's been driving the fucking narrative here. Who's been driving the narrative?
Do you know the thing that I did wrong? The thing that I did wrong was I figured out the game.
Yeah.
That's
If
all I
you're
did wrong.
smart, you've got to get kicked out. She did not, remember how I think you told me, because I hadn't spoken to you for quite a while after that Candor thing. I hadn't spoken to you, and we had a falling out.
Yep.
Where she thinks that you've been sending me stuff when I told you I don't want to hear anything about her, blah, 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 because I'm onto her. I clicked. I'm onto her. That's what I do for a job. I investigate things. I'm not fucking stupid. You didn't tell me anything about her. I didn't want to know, whatever. I was never jealous of a friendship. I'm not a fucking child, for starters. Like, seriously, this fucking woman. They need people. If you're too smart, remember you were going to send an email. That's what I was saying. Remember you wanted to send an email to Trevor? She would not give you his email address. She did not want you to speak to him. You've never spoken to him. I think you've been on a live once or twice when he was on Candors.
Look,
you don't have any details from him. You've never asked for his number. You've never nothing with me. And you wanted to write him an email. She wouldn't fucking give you the email address because she was too fucking scared to what you were going to tell him. Now,
Look,
that is kind of... Go on.
I don't know if she didn't want to give it to me. She just offered to give it to me. I mean, to give it to him. And she did. She did give it to him. But he hasn't even bothered. Look, I'll be showing this. He hasn't even bothered to acknowledge. He hasn't bothered to even go, well, fuck off, Bronwyn. He hasn't even bothered to go noted. I took a long time to sit there, and effectively, everyone will see my letter to both Fiona and Trevor. I wrote them both a goodbye letter. Thank you very much. I'm stepping away. I want peace. I'm going to step away quietly and graciously, and that's what I did. But the push and the pull, and then I haven't spoken to Fiona in 2 months. Well, for a month. I sent her the goodbye email, which people can see, which was only kind. She wrote an email back saying how much she loves me, and then a whole lot of things about what a horrible person she is, which I found a bit strange at that moment, going, okay. Within an hour, she went on Denise's live, and on Denise's live said to her, Denise, I received a very angry email from Bronwyn where she accused me a whole lot of things. I don't know why she believes that. Within an hour. Now tell me that's a good friend. Now, and since then, since the 14th of November, I've said nothing to Fiona. I've been speaking to Deborah, to Debs, because she's my friend. I've been having a whole lot of back and forth in my head going, I don't understand what's happened. Debs, can you please try and help me understand? Well, Bron, I don't know why. I don't know what's happened. Maybe you're too close to Kaylee. Well, I actually don't know. Well, Debs, I think I deserve to know why have I been thrown away? I just want to make sense of this all. I want closure. I want peace. And then what happens?
She can't tell you the truth.
She can't
tell you the truth that she's using you, putting you in the corner going, mwah, mwah, I love you, I love you, I love you, bestie. Meanwhile, Trevor told me you and her had a falling out after he rang and apologised the last time when he called me a cunt. He didn't even know that you... I never said a word to him because I went, okay. And you just fell out, after that live that you were on?
Yep.
He had no clue.
So that
but it's
morning,
okay, Debs. You don't have to record these because when I drop you in the fire to show what you really are to Trev and what you have been doing to him and everybody else in the community, I'll make sure I'll email the episode to him myself. How about that? So he does know.
That last Saturday morning, in the morning, Deb's morning, which was my afternoon, She said to me, I said to her, look, I might be thrown in jail as a bit of a joke because what I'm going to, I'm going to go out there and do this, and you might have to come and get me out of jail, Debs. Ha 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 ha. She said, I'll be there, Bron. I'll always be there for you. Within 12 hours, she sent me a WhatsApp to say she will only with love and kindness, but she can't be my friend because I said I respect Michelle, and because I wrote on Denise's post where she's got a song about her mods. I said that the song does not depict her mods in a nice way because it sort of makes Zephyr seem a little bit of a bully because she growls at people, and Debs is in control. And I said it sort of makes him look a little bit like Jody, who had a big falling out. So yes, I'm entitled to an opinion. Debs, if you recall, I put that in a chat to you about 3 or 4 days beforehand going, why are you guys being so bullish on Denise's live? Since when does Zephyr growl? Since when do you say who can and cannot come on somebody else's panel? Come on, guys, we were never like that. You got so sloppy. So sloppy. We were never like that as a group. We were tight, we were united, and we bloody won. Now, because I said that, oh no, I'm not playing the character anymore. Bron's got to go. That's the game.
Because you're too smart. That's why. Because you have too much information. That's why.
But a real friend.
Because
MND,
he's
a
not
real
allowed to know the truth. That's why.
But a real friend can be honest in the conversations, and you might not agree and say, actually, no, Bron, I don't agree with you with that. I think you're being a little bit cruel there. Not right, I'll send you off with love and peace, block you, and 20 minutes go into Denise's live where you set me up to be abused, and Fiona comes in and bitches about the exact same things that Deb's just bitched about. Now, I haven't spoken to Fiona in over a month. How the hell did she know the exact things to bitch about? The exact same things.
Because Debs feeds everybody the narrative. How in one live was there 500 memberships paid for? Explain that. I think that's something that Mason taught her. We're going to have to touch on Mason and Kaylee Rayner and Alan.
So I'm sorry, Trevor, Fiona, and Debs. You thought you could just push me away and I'd go away quietly. When you are destroying my reputation, I will stand up and I will fight. You chose me because I was willing to stick my head above the parapet and fight. Did you think now that because I fought so well for you, that I would just roll over and not fight for me? Hell, I'll fight a lot harder for my reputation than I ever fought for the three of you. I know my worth. I know my worth, and I'm worthy to be here just as much as anyone else.
The thing is, nobody has, like you and myself, I'm speaking about, we haven't done anything to hurt anyone. I was only ever kind to her. Only ever. It was only when I questioned her loyalty and her sincerity to Trevor that she got her back up. Why? If you've got nothing to hide, why would you go, oh, you're threatening me? Oh, you're making me scared. What? That wasn't a threat. I asked you a question. It should never have been, you're threatening me, you're scaring me. Why? Why would I be scaring you? Because I'm asking if he knows all these things that you've done, if you've been truthful and honest to him. Someone asked, could she have edited your email?
She could have. I don't know. It doesn't matter because Trevor didn't. I mean, she could have. I really don't know. I know she sent it to Trevor because she sent me proof, she didn't even have to do that, but she did. However, Trevor didn't even bother to respond. But I mean, doesn't matter. You guys will get to see
I'm going
what
to
I
read a
said.
big long email.
Yeah, well, he's not. He can only do a paragraph, I suppose. I don't know. However, I'll post the 2 letters that I sent. It's my letters. I can do it. It's mine. I own them. I won't post their responses. Well, I didn't get one from Trevor. But as far as I'm concerned, I think I've only been kind and gracious to both of them. I don't want accolades from them. So Fiona, thank you for your post that you put out after Carla's, you didn't have to thank me. I didn't ask for thanks. I've just simply asked for human decency of respect. That's all I've asked for. You know, that when you don't need me anymore, you don't go on Slimes and say to Slime that, sometimes you'll have people that will follow you that become a liability and actually damage your channel. Let me tell you, right up to the week that you blocked me, Fiona, you were asking me to pass information to Debs to investigate Ren. You gave me information that very week, and I went, sure, not a problem, we're onto it. So if I was such a liability to your brand and your channel, why were you still feeding me stuff? The day it changed was the day that I put out the video about KFAB. That's the day it changed, because they realized, oops, she's onto us.
Yeah, they don't like to people that question them, people that are smarter than them. And we're going to have a little chat later on in the week about Kosovo and Katie Rayner. What happened there? I mean, it's only fair. We chat about a few things. Someone here wrote a stupid comment and I put them a timeout. A killer's dirty needles saying something. Do you know that person, Michelle? Saying something about bringing needles? Don't talk that shit here. Yes, but I left to support Bron and Debs as I did not want to fall out with people when shit started to fly. I'm blocked there. Ava.
I think she's talking about Candle.
Oh. Oh, I see. Isabella, there she is. Crazy town, don't you think? Someone said La Laza Zappa. They told Bron to back off but kept trying to trigger her. Yeah.
Well, they never told me to back off. They never did. That's all the narrative that they want to believe. So what's running around now? I've heard some of the rumors that are running around that they told me multiple times to back up and I back off and could have, and they never ever once did. I've never had any conversations with Trevor directly. The only conversations I've had with Trevor was when he was on Candle's Live. And like I said, the Fiona was still asking me to do stuff or sending me information for Debs and I to investigate the week that she blocked me. So no, the narrative now that they asked me and I didn't want to, that's a lie. Also, another lie that I've heard being said as well, that I stopped supporting them when they would, because they didn't give me enough adulation. I never wanted adulation. I never wanted praise. I never wanted thank yous. Never once. That wasn't part of the deal for me. I don't do things conditionally. I do things because I like people, because they are, don't forget that the reason I've done this was because, well, I liked Fiona. I used to enjoy watching her when I was, on X. I saw her on X and I started watching her and I actually thought, she's my kind of person. I think I'd get on very friendly with her, and then her husband was diagnosed with cancer and I felt for her because I've lost my husband to cancer, and then I started defending her. And one day I made up my mind, as bullish as Bronwyn will be, and I went, I'm going to take on Team Atalanta, who's with me. And Deb said, yes, I'm with you, Bron. I'm doing it for Trevor. And off we went. And within about 2 weeks, I was accused of being Fiona. So Team Atalanta were convinced I was Fiona's sock account. They very quickly had my account terminated for impersonation. And then that's the story. We then started doing stuff, and I've got all of this in my video that I'm about to release, but that's how I got to do it. I supported Fiona because I didn't want her to have the pain of what she had to go to. And if there's anything I could have helped her to alleviate that pain, like stop trolls going after her, I can't take away the cancer pain and, sitting in hospitals and doing chemo and, all of that. I couldn't take that away, but I could help her just a little bit, have a little bit less abuse. So that's why I stepped forward, okay? And it hurt me. Then in a live, she turned around in the chat and said, Bronwyn has attached herself to Graham and I. That's cruel. That's just cruel when you say that. I never attached myself to her. We were friends.
Yeah, that's rather sad. Rather sad. I don't understand why people just can't say it as it is, tell the truth. Just
Friendships run their course. You have friends for a
They
reason,
do.
a season, and a lifetime.
Season a lifetime. Yeah, of
Yeah,
course. But they don't
you know,
use you and abuse you and know that
but
you're just about to unalive yourself and just keep stomping on your head.
yeah, they could have just simply said, "Look, Bron, we team Denise now. You're not part of us. Thank you very much. Love ya, but we're out of ya." That's okay. Would it hurt? Absolutely, I would have been hurt. Yeah. I wouldn't have felt betrayed. There's a whole big feeling about being betrayed, let me tell you.
Well,
And
I don't have
humiliated.
anybody's back now. Only a few
I
little
feel
people, that's it. Don't care.
Yeah, I don't trust anyone. I feel very humiliated. And let me tell you, I'm not the first Bron. I'm telling you now.
You
Michelle,
won't be the last either.
I'd love to know, because I know Kaylee was one of Fiona's followers. Was Kaylee a Bron? I've got a feeling she was.
Yep.
Look, I don't know Trevor. Trevor doesn't know me. He thinks he.
Why would
I
she
don't know.
give the wrong information for Trevor and pretend he's going to get an arrest? Why?
I don't know.
It's quite obvious.
We had a shitload more.
Yeah, no. And they're never getting it.
I feel, and I know I mentioned it
we
the other
could show
day.
it here.
I mean, so Michelle says no. Okay, thank you. I must admit, I'm sure you guys will make fun of me, and you can if you want to. I feel like a useful idiot. I feel I've been played. I'm a smart woman. I run a large line of business at work. I make important decisions every day. I just feel how did I get caught up in all of this? How did I work so hard for the
Because
last 2
she
years?
bombed you. You're her
I just
bestie. You mean the
I
world to her? She was willing to give Trevor up for you, remember?
yeah, I just feel like an absolute
Throw
fucking
Trevor
fool.
away in a heartbeat for you, Bron. Not. It's so stupid.
And I know, I listened to Denise's live, her latest live, and I know for a fact that was all put in there for me on how much we love you, Denise. Well, I told you, Debs, I told you that I was jealous
I
about
read
the
those
relationship.
comments and I go,
You
poor
don't
Denise.
You don't need to put on the show, sweetheart. I told you that I was jealous what was happening. The one thing about me, Debs, and everyone is I
Think
will
about
tell
it,
you
Michelle.
I will
Sorry.
tell you as it is. I wear my heart on my sleeve. What you see, you get with me. Okay? You don't have to fucking pretend.
When
Sorry,
someone, Michelle asked a question and I told her to think about it. She's been given a few hints tonight. But we'll get there. Nope, wrong. It was made to look like them too. Pamela. Well, what was I going to say? I forgot.
Well, all I want to say is, Debs, it didn't have to be like this. It didn't have to be like this. I never, ever imagined in a million years that I would be betrayed by you. In a million years.
It's pretty sad when people pretend to be one person and are the other.
Loyal. I've been so loyal.
It's not fair the way they've hurt you, to be honest.
I'll get over it. I'm tough.
You're just weeding your garden. Who cares? When someone love bombs you, even if it's a man, ladies, he just wants to, dip his wick. When someone is, I love you, mwah, 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 they don't fucking know you. They don't know anything about you. They want to gain your trust. They are grooming you. Once they've got your trust, that's when they manipulate you. Just like a PDF file, that's how they groom people.
Just think about it. If anyone wants interested, just go look at my exes. My first account's gone. You know, I was the one that was willing to stick my head above the parapet. I was the one who always took the fight to Team Atalanta. You know, I was the one that didn't back down. I was very useful until I wasn't. I played my role, and I played it well. Until
Look,
I
if
started to
anyone is
question.
smarter than them, look at who they've tried to eliminate. If anyone is smarter and is on to something, they need eliminating. It's just a fucking game for them. I don't play stupid fucking games. That woman hasn't got the balls to stand up and say anything. Oh no, I don't go on camera. Yeah, you do. I never done nothing to her. The minute she knew I was onto her of being dishonest to Trevor, well, the horns came out. When she found out what I did for a job, she got a little slightly worried. Now, you know, there's messages there that goes, oh, aren't private messages private anymore? Well, she's allowed to put all of Gertie Root's private messages, cropped, mind you, without her piece of the conversation in there. She's allowed to put all Gertie Root's conversation all over X, but
With my name on it. With my name on
yeah,
it, remember?
yeah.
The one that was put up on Slimes had my name right at the top. As if I was the one involved in the conversation about calling Slime the R word.
Yeah, that
Because
was pretty disgusting.
Because when I saw it, I'll be fair, I immediately thought it actually was Lee Curious L that gave it to him. And Debs had to be honest with me that she actually had sent it in because my name was on it. You know?
And she
Um,
still lied to Slime when Slime asked her if she gave money to Gertie Root for a private investigator. She still lied. Why not just say yes? You know, at least Becky, I don't even know this woman, but at least Becky, she said she recorded that phone call, admitted it, and took the blame for it. You know, she owned it.
Yeah, the only thing that Becky didn't own was the fact on how much she fed back to Candor. She lied
Look,
to you
she probably
on what's her name's live.
Well, yeah, she did, but at least she owned that. She might have told Debs in a conversation, yeah, there was, you know, just innocently and blah, blah, blah. She might have made it look worse than it was, which wasn't fucking about him. And Debs had to run and tell him like she had some gold information. Like I said, he could have called me. He could have called Candor. He could have asked us, was there a conversation? What was said? Yeah, we would have told him. Boring. You were angry because Michelle was up there. Wow, have a cry. The week before, you're on Slimes. Candor's the one that was attacking Candor all the time. So who the fuck is he to say, you can't do this and like him? Oh, sending me a message. Oh, you have Bron on there, my biggest fucking whatever he said. And then you go on Candor's. Well, I can do what the fuck I want, just like he does what the fuck he wants. You're not my keeper.
Trevor's of the understanding that I abuse him constantly. I've never abused him. Besides
that's
putting
what he said. You're
I've
abusing
abused him
him.
constantly. The only thing I've done to Trevor is I've put a post on X saying that a large YouTube creator has called my friend Ava, and I didn't even mention Ava, has called a woman the C word. You know, I've done worse to Megan's Mole because I've actually held Megan's Mole accountable by using her name and actually be putting her post there. I was actually very kind to Trevor. That's it. That's what I've done. That's the abuse of Trevor. Talk about thin-skinned. Holy manoli.
Yeah, he always says if you're thin-skinned, you shouldn't be on the internet. And he got pissed off about a conversation where his name was involved. Excuse me. Don't people make comments on the comment sections? You know, people talk about people. If you're that thin-skinned, maybe you should get off the fucking internet. Or maybe you should actually tell the fucking truth. Maybe you should look at your chief fucking treasurer, whoever, and see exactly what she's fed you, see exactly where she's steered you for the last 5 years. 4 years or whatever and see exactly what she's doing behind the scenes. See exactly
I-
how he thinks he's getting better and better and better. How many subs is she buying for him?
Ava, you mentioned here Lee wouldn't. Yeah, is 100% right.
Stroke his ego.
Lee did not send that post in, and I don't want to infer she did. I immediately thought that she had, because Lee was the only other person who had access to all of Gertie Rood's WhatsApp messages. It was Debs, myself, and Lee. So I immediately went there thinking it was Lee, which was wrong. Debs did say that she had sent that into Slime, and she then admitted to me that she'd sent it in using a fake email.
I'm just going to say this for what it's worth. Make of it what you will. Poor old Blair got a bit of a knock. Why would she get that from the UK? Just saying. Just saying. I'm just some dumb person. I'm just saying. And then disappeared. Oh, it was a bot attack. Yeah,
Al-
righto.
Alice,
Mm-hmm.
Alice, you're 100% right. You know, I actually had to apologize to Blair because, I don't know, maybe 2-3 months ago, she put a post and TRG followed, or TRG put a post and she followed quite soon afterwards, where she said she didn't want anything to do with this Megxit community anymore. It was just after the intimate images came out about Trevor, Fiona, and myself, Grumpy Sapper's intimate images. And both TRG and Blair put posts out saying they want nothing to do with the Megxit community. I took it to be that they were walking away when I felt that, I was still fighting for Fiona. I had words with Blair to say, how dare you walk away from Fiona when she's been so viciously abused? You know, when the time comes, you just bail. And Blair said to me, because, you know, Bronwyn, this is just a cycle. It's constant. It's this demand for drama. I mean, we saw it today in Denise's, oh, let's all kumbaya and love each other and all in forgiveness. Well, they want to be forgiveness mode now. Do they all want to love and hug each other? Well, no, I'm saying no. They don't get to pick when they start and they stop stuff. It's either on or it's off. And I'm saying you don't get to pick it anymore. You know, this constant drama and hurt and psychological warfare, you know, manipulation of people's minds, this mind fuckery that they're doing, the push and the pull has got to stop. Look what happened to Slime. Slime was where I was. And this is going to shock a whole lot of you people. You know, I actually really like Slime. I really like him. And I really hope that he comes back one day. I honestly would love to see Slime back here. And people will be shocked with me saying that, because he didn't deserve what happened to him either. He didn't deserve
Because he got
to have all the
manipulated.
mind. He was totally manipulated like I was. And they used his good intentions for their plaything. And it's not fair.
And who set Slime up to go after Candor?
Love bomb Slime. Denise and Fiona. Let me tell you, Denise destroyed Slime. Denise destroyed Slime.
MMD
So,
Debs
yes.
was not around when Trevor attacked Taz, Wally, and the multiple women who stood up for Taz. Trevor is not innocent. I'm not saying he's innocent. I'm just saying the manipulation is real and he can't see it. It's you know, it's not Zephyr. She openly, admittedly said on, I think it was Carla's live, or maybe wrong, maybe Denise's, that she doesn't speak to him. She has no contact with him, whatever, but she respects him. Fair call. That's fair call. I respect a veteran too. Carla wouldn't do that kind of stuff.
Look,
Why would she feed him exactly? She's loading the gun. She's the one putting the bullets in. He goes ahead and tries to pull the trigger. It's the way it is. If you can't see it.
So I'll just simply say again, why Debs, Trevor, and Fiona? Why didn't you just admit what I did wrong? Why don't you just admit what you did wrong? Because I don't think I did anything wrong. Deb's even admitted I did nothing wrong. Why didn't you admit what you did wrong? And why didn't you just let me go? Because that's the second part that's important. You've kept me here with this push and pull the whole time. Why did you do that?
I have a couple of questions here.
Yep.
This Lala Zapo, whatever. You can come in. I'm on the live. He was the perfect person for Debs to attach herself to, just like Mason. Now, think about that. I hope Trevor hears this. Think about that, Trevor. And just another one here. I should have lost it. The husband walked in.
Michelle, you
Michelle,
asked the
yes.
question. Bron, who told you all the information you put on X? I don't know. It's an anonymous person called Tay Tay, Michelle. I don't know who the person is. I would love to know because I actually really like the person. I don't know who it is. So sorry, that's all the Atlanta
What do you
stuff
mean,
with
Michelle?
Kaylee. Sorry, that's all the Atlanta stuff with Kaylee. I'm saying a lot what's on my video, which is fine. You guys can look at my video later. The Mandy Small stuff, I think, you know, I did mention it on the previous live. I'll reiterate it here for everyone. I believe that the information that we had, or that I was told, that Mandy Small was Atlanta. Mandy Small was obviously Trevor Coult's old previous neighbor. I believe that, and I fully own my atrocious behavior that I did to Mandy Small. I have apologized twice now to her. I actually really like the lady. I will forever, ever be in her debts for what I did, and I will always try and make it up to her. I own my entire behavior. It was entirely wrong. She had nothing. She was not Atalanta of Arcadia. So I believe that. I've learned a very big lesson to everyone on here. If you are told information, validate it. Please learn from me. Validate it before you just blindly follow somebody that tells you. Even if you think that they're your friends, just validate it. Because I didn't. I blindly followed like an idiot.
Michelle, he's not that clever. He put out a story the other day that was 12 months ago. Got a lot of views on it, but put out literally scaring people, and it was something that happened 12 months ago. He doesn't check things. He gets fed stuff. He believes it. He says it. That's the problem with him. And because he does have a brain injury and PTSD, my stepson actually is called Trevor, believe it or not, my husband's son, and he has a brain injury and PTSD from an accident. And he's very much the same. He's very reactive, very doesn't listen, doesn't, think about things. Trevor's the same. He gets told something, he doesn't think about it, he reacts, and bang. That's what she's playing on. And that is actually, people are going to go, oh no, not Debs. Oh no, not sweet little Debs.
Melbourne, you know, after our other live the other night, I went onto X and there was a lovely message from Mandy saying, I hope you're okay, to me. So me, the person that's abused her, for months on end, she was kind enough to say, Bron, are you okay? She's lovely.
I understand that, Michelle. But there's more to come. That's all we can say. Well, I can say. I don't know what Bron's going to say. Whatever Bron comes out of Bron's mouth is Bron's mouth. Her opinion, her voice, not me. I'm talking me. Bron's talking Bron. Bron's talking South African Australian. I'm talking just me.
A funny accent.
No, I love it.
Yeah, I'm absolutely gutted. I've got to admit that waking up on Sunday morning, when I saw Deb's typing on WhatsApp, and I went there, and before, must have been about a minute
No, don't,
after.
Michelle.
The minute after I rang her, only to realize that she had blocked me. I thought, wow, yeah, that's how worthless I was to her. She couldn't even pick up the phone and say adios. Yeah. Obviously, I didn't mean much to her. So, yeah, Cindy, you came on here earlier saying, how can I do this to my very dear friend, Debs? Well, the question to both of you is how could you do it to me? How could you do that to me? Both of you.
I don't know the full
After
story with
after
you, but
after
I didn't do nothing to her. And
after
go on.
everything I've done for both of you, after everything I've done for both of you. Now, have you done stuff for me? Yes, you were very kind. I will admit it. You were very kind to me when I was melting. So I thought, Debs, until this week, I found out that you were feeding Candle to try to take pressure off you to come after me again. When I
She
was
did
at
that
my
with
most
slime too.
broken. Oh, I didn't even know that until now.
She did that with Slime too. When Slime was getting too close to Deb, she'd feed him shit.
Yeah, when I was so broken. Yeah, so everyone on live stream tonight, you'll know. I was so broken, I took a month off work to try put my fucking head back together again. Okay? Because I know what's going to come next. We know the narrative that's going to come out that Bronwyn is mentally ill. No, I'm not. I'm not mentally ill. I was exhausted from work. I hadn't had a proper holiday in 2 years. I was battling at work with regards to a case that I had at work, as well as a very, very under the spotlight from HR after having, all those reports to HR, after HR getting intimate images of me, after HR getting threats about me. Yeah, eventually your company starts asking some serious questions, and when you're a manager in the company, they ask even more. So yeah, I was a bit under the spotlight this year, so I've had it rather rough at work, you know. And just to add insult to injury, I'm 53 years old, I'm getting old, and my hormones played a whole lot of shit. And yep, I ended up having to go on HRT to sort out my menopause. So I've had a little bit rough this year. I'm not a victim. All I'm saying is when I was at my lowest, my very dear friends decided just to kick me a little bit more, just to make sure that I really went down. You know, just let's make sure that she goes down. Because why? Because maybe then I would just leave and they wouldn't have to do anything. But you see, what they didn't think about was I leave on my terms. You don't force me out. When somebody tells me I can't do something, then I'll do it. Okay? Don't take my kindness for weakness. I am not a pushover.
No, you're not. No, you are not. Anyhow, I think I might kick off. It's been a while. Thank you for coming up.
Thank you very much for having me, MMD. Sorry, I was late. I didn't realize you were live earlier, so my apologies.
Well, I was going to do it before, but there was a few. Tom was live, and then Tom said, "Are you going live? I'll come on the chat for a minute." And I wasn't
Well,
going to involve him in this shit because it's got nothing to do with him.
yeah, well, I was out at dinner tonight with old work colleagues, so the timing was right for me. I was actually on my way home when I saw you were live.
Thank you. Thanks for everyone in the chat. Thanks, Juanita.
Thanks, Avril.
Stay tuned because we're going to have a little chat with Mason's recording, or Miles, or Dominic, whatever he wants to call himself. His name's Mason. And the pieces
Thank you
will
all.
fit together.
Thank you kindly.
Possum says that is there a permanent full moon? I think so.
I think that it absolutely is. I looked tonight, actually.
Is there a full moon tonight?
Sorry?
Is there a full moon?
No, there wasn't a full moon. But there's just drama constantly as we're running into Christmas. This is always the year for just drama. But the problem is, and I actually want to say this, okay, we're not going to stop now for Christmas and then bring it up again in February. This is going to stop now. This bullshit's going to stop now.
It's our Christmas lives. Come on. My husband said there's only a full moon when you bend over. He's so naughty. You know him.
He is naughty. Yes, he's naughty.
He's naughty. All right. Thanks, everyone. Take good
Thanks,
care.
everyone. Thanks all.
Be
Bye.
good. Be safe. You know all that jazz. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.